We spent our first 6 days in Kauai exploring the island with Tima's family. We checked out a lot of the beautiful beaches, and we went to the breathtaking Waimea Valley, which was one of the highlights of the trip. The canyon was just super beautiful. So we're inside the hotel, and we have a stray cat who came by to say hi. Just another day in Hawaii. Stray cats and chickens everywhere. After most of Tima's family left, we went and checked out the Sleeping Giant hike, which is a really nice hike as well. It wasn't very long, and it was a bit popular, but it was one of the better viewpoints we had on the trip. Really cool rock formation around here. A bit narrow too. So Sleeping Giant was definitely worth it. Now, in case you're afraid of very narrow, extremely high drop-off points, like where those people are right here, you can always come up over here and you don't have to worry about falling off the edge because it's totally safe. And there's people. Relax, have a beer. So here we are at Shipwreck Beach. And this giant rock over here, people jump way off that. We started at Shipwreck Beach and we've been going along the historic trail. We finished walking along the historic trail and then headed back to Shipwreck Beach, where we met a guy who told us about a place called Koala Landing where there's lots of turtles. So first thing when I went out to the sea, I went under and there's this turtle swimming right around me. It was so cool. So I followed a little bit and then I came up for air and I noticed that the waves were so choppy and the current was pulling us out to the ocean, and man, it was a horrible experience. We did not like it or would recommend going there, but there are a lot of turtles. Then we headed over to Tunnels Beach, our favorite snorkeling spot, where there's tons of corals and fish, although I'm sure it's just a shell of what it used to be, but it is still a really nice place. The next day, we did our favorite part of the trip, which was the Napali Coast tour. The Napali Coast is just so beautiful, and all the marine life we saw and the history of everything. It was a really awesome trip. We would absolutely recommend it. The only thing that you didn't really need to do there was go diving as part of the tour, because they just take you to Tunnels Beach. So you can pretty much just swim out from there. It's not really necessary. But the rest of the tour was really awesome.
We're going about 50 minutes west of the island. One seal right there! In the world.
breathtaking. It just kept going on and on and on. You're just overwhelmed with how beautiful and incredible the trip is. I absolutely recommend it. Now we're gonna go look at Poipu Falls. So we were actually looking for a hike to fill out our day, but turns out this hike is like less than 5 minutes. My two favorite places to eat have been Kauai's Paradise, I think it was called, and Musubi Truck. So in Kauai, camping is $3 a night, and the cheapest hotels we could find was $300 a night. So we're camping, but you have to book 90 days ahead and you have to have your permit posted on your tent. When you're out on the beach during the day, you'll realize it's pretty flat and smooth. But then when you wake up in the morning, you'll notice all these little humps everywhere, little piles of sand, and then a hole going in. Those are actually these, I don't know what their actual name is, I just call them sand crabs. These guys, they're pretty cool little crabs. They have very sharp little pointers, and they are some of they're the fastest running crabs I've ever seen, for sure. They're really quick. So if you dig one of those holes up, you'll catch one of these guys, or you can find them just hanging out like on the surface, and so they are quite cool crabs. But I'll give you an example, like this hole right here. This was caused by one of these guys. So if you put them down, you'll see just how fast these guys run here. And look at this. So those crabs are called ghost crabs, and they actually build spiral holes as they go into the sand. Somewhere over the rainbow. Spouting Horn. If you continue down the road from Spouting Horn, you'll come across a gate. And as soon as you come across the gate, just walk around it right here, and you can park right beside the gate. Even though it does say no trespassing, all the locals seem to do it, so we're gonna do it too, and it's gonna take you to a really nice beach. And once you pass this gate, you're gonna hang your first left and then cut down to the beach from there. If you head towards the CMJ Country Staples, you'll hang a left just before you get there. It'll take you down a rough dirt road, and then if you follow that path, it'll take you to Makauwahi Trail, which will lead you to a cool little cave that we saw there, and as well as tortoises later on. We have a couple hours left before our flight, and we decided to go to the final beach, Poipu, because it's safe for swimming. The other beaches we checked out today were bad. We couldn't go swimming at all. We just want to cool down and just bob around for a while until our flight comes. So this will be our last swim in Hawaii.